Iran, more than 70 million inhabitants. 1,300 magazines and 70 daily newspapers are published here. The national press is thriving, and it reflects the debates which are ongoing in the country. For a long time, Iranians had no access to foreign television broadcast in Persian. But 4 years ago, NITV started broadcasting in Persian from the United States. This foreign satellite signal changed the situation drastically, breaking up the government's control on the electronic media. Night has fallen over Tehran. In a popular district, the majority of the population is watching foreign stations. In some homes, the signal sometimes disappears after 8:30 p.m. This Iranian family is a fan of NITV.
I'd rather watch NITV because it says the truth, not like the other stations. Right now we need freedom in Iran because there is none. Freedom of speech doesn't exist at all in our country.
You are watching NITV.
At first, NITV was meant to be for Iranians living in the U.S. It's because of an error during a broadcast that its signal ended up in Iran. The success was instantaneous, and it was soon seen as a threat by the conservatives. Several times, NITV asked its viewers to demonstrate their opposition to the regime, but some, like the writer Medya Kashigar, are more skeptic.
I've never seen a case where the station's call for a demonstration was followed.
But we have seen people demonstrate in the streets after the station asked them to do so.
I think this gathering came before they made their appeal.
Change of setting, Los Angeles, or rather Tehrangeles. Around 2 million Iranians live here. This is also the base for most of the 8 Iranian television stations from abroad. Zia Atabay is the founder of NITV, the first one of these stations. He was a well-known singer in Iran under the Shah. He left during the revolution.
The religious government, they don't want when the Iranian young people, they start to move because connection, communication, and to bring their voice to the world is NITV. And that's why the last year, a few months ago, when the 18th of Tir in June, they want to go to the street. Before they planned that, it was like a coup in Iran. They took over everything. They bring down all the satellites, then they jam it in here for more than 3 weeks. I understand it, why the Iranian government does it, and he knows that we are talking truth.
The arrival of foreign stations has created a debate amongst the Iranian authorities, a debate which is not resolved. It reflects the opinions and the traditional divisions which exist between moderates and conservatives. For this reason, the Iranian parliament has adopted a law to liberalize the use of satellite dishes. But the Guardian Council has not yet approved it. The president of the Association of Iranian Journalists, Rajab Ali Masroui, who is also a moderate member of parliament, gives his views.
The majority of the members of the parliament, they think that the law that is forbidding the satellite for the people, it doesn't work. There is a cultural discussion. Those conservatives, they think if we open our society to the satellite program, it will damage our culture. The reformists, we think that it's not possible to close the door of the country, and we should open, and we should give enough information to the people how to use the satellite to protect their culture. If the people are satisfied with the government, there will be no use for propagation against the government.
If satellite dishes have become commonplace in Tehran, the situation is not the same in the countryside. Here, traditions are law. No one is supposed to watch television via a satellite dish, but everyone has already seen these forbidden television stations. How many dishes are there in the village?
Out of 500 houses, there are between 5 and 10 dishes. Here, people grew up in a certain culture with all of its customs. People haven't lived with this freedom of information. So here, if we liberalize the satellite stations, the first thing people are going to look for is sex or things like that. And there's a lot on the internet and on the satellite.
How do you get your information here?
Word of mouth. We tell each other about everything that's going on the street.
Rumors are alive and well in Iran, but they are seen as less of a threat than all of the new technologies. Syed Mohammed Sohofi, the deputy minister responsible for the press, is conscious that it is unrealistic to stop their expansion.
The new technologies of information aren't easy to combat. The government's policy is to protect the population against cultures which want to attack our values and our traditions. That means the government wants to vaccinate the population rather than obstruct the physical obstacles.